and that's a little bit different.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have a look at a flashlight called the S5 as sent to me by a company called Tunenge or Tunang. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but if you do know how to say it, please put it in the comments below. Just for full disclosure, I've not received any money for this and all the opinions I'm giving are my own and I've not been coerced in any way, shape or form. The S5 is shipped in very basic packaging. This is certainly good enough to get the flashlight from A to B without any damage and to keep all the stuff inside nice and safe. The manual is printed on good paper and is very clear and easy to follow. Please follow the manual because it will help you understand the limitations of the flashlight. Contained with the S5 is a charging cable. This is 25 centimeters long, one end is USB-A, the other is USB-C, and is made of reasonable quality material. Also contained within the kit are two coloured lampshades. These appear to be made of silicone, therefore being able to withstand the heat of the lamp. Picking up the flashlight for the first time, you can't help but notice the rubberized seal to be able to protect the USB charging area. This helps earn it the IP66 rating, which is good for downpours of rain or jet washers, therefore protecting the USB-C slot. Looking around the flashlight, we notice the two-way clip and of course a magnetic base. The S5 weighs precisely 55 grams. And is 95.81 millimeters long. The width is 18.82 millimeters. Before we can charge the flashlight, we should follow the instructions, and this says read me, please remove the film before charging. To get access to the battery, first unscrew the magnetic cap at the bottom of the flashlight. Sadly, there was no protective film on top of the battery. To help with the waterproof rating, the screw thread is covered in a thin film of rubber. The supplied battery is 1000 mAh, which is good from between 4 and 168 hours depending on the setting you use. Screw the cap back on, of course, to be able to utilise the flashlight. I have no idea how much charge is left in this flashlight as it was shipped to me in this condition. I think for fair testing, I think it's appropriate to give it a full charge, so that's what I'm going to do now. Simply connect the USB-A to a plug socket, pull back the rubber protector to be able to reveal the USB-C port, place in the USB-C cable. This will activate the charging indicator which flashes red. A handy thing I noticed by accident was that you can actually use the flashlight whilst it's charging. A green light appears when fully charged. Now to go through the basic functions of this flashlight. Press and hold and this will take you to moonlight mode, which is good for 3 lumens, which is about 8 meters of throw. Press and hold and go to low mode. This is 301 lumens or approximately 25 meters. Press and hold again to go to medium mode, which is 120 lumens or 50 meters of throw. Press and hold again to go to 420 lumens. This is about 98 meters of throw. Double press again and this is turbo mode, and this will take you immediately to 1400 lumens or about 168 meters. If you triple press in quick succession, you go to strobe mode, and this immediately gives you 1400 lumens for up to 6 hours. And from strobe mode, if you triple press again, you go to SOS mode, which is 120 lumens at about 18 hours of use. To lock the S5, press and hold for 2 seconds. The light will flash to indicate that it is now locked. If you accidentally press the on button, it just flashes momentarily. To release the lock, just press and hold again, and it immediately reverts to moonlight mode. The on-off button feels nice, made of metal, and also has a nice direct feel when you press it. The two-way clip won't easily remove as it's screwed into place with the battery cap, so to be able to release it, you actually have to undo the battery cap. I think this is a good feature as it won't easily come off. The rubber lampshades fit very nicely and snugly to the flashlight and appear to work well in all its different settings. However, I can't imagine I will be using these as I'm sure I'll end up losing them. The two-way clip when attached is actually quite handy because you can attach it to most things including your cap. Just make sure it's a rigid peak or you'll find yourself lighting up your feet on the floor. The magnetic function works extremely well with this flashlight due to its weight and will therefore be handy when you need to use it. The lens is TIR, which stands for Total Internal Reflection, so it's good for throw and also spot beam. It's also recessed, so it's good for its own self-protection. The best way to check the light, of course, is outside, so that's where we're going to go now, to a local field.
This is the S5 on moonlight mode. That's some distance. That's a bit more efficient than the T21 I've reviewed before. I would say that's a good 15 meters. Okay, stepping it up a little bit.
The view to the top of the pathway here is about 85 meters.
Again, That's high mode. That's pretty good. If I double press, it goes to turbo, and that's a little bit different, a little bit of a change from that and the high mode, but not as big a difference I noticed with the T21, but it's still very, very good, very impressive, and it's quite some distance, and I can certainly feel it getting warm.
Which is good for keeping your hands warm, I guess.
Okay, gonna go to the strobe, and now I'm going to go to the SOS.
I will switch off the flashlight before it goes through the full sequence for obvious reasons.
Not going to let it play through. This is the S5 with the red lampshade on. We're just going to see what this is like.
I must excuse the footage here. I have no idea why it's so blurry.
Gosh, that is bright. That's the lowest setting. Brighter.
Whilst experimenting with the various light settings, I didn't notice much difference with the red lampshade on.
That's turbo mode.
Until I activated turbo mode.
Gosh, that's really bright. Okay, I'm just going to place it up at the distance up here so you can see how efficient that is. I'm going to put it on this mode. On that one, so you can see what that looks like. Okay, now that's paced out at 70 meters.
Certainly very efficient, and certainly would be seen from several miles away. Now to my final thoughts and opinions about this flashlight. It's reasonably well made and is competitively priced. I'm still undecided about the useful nature of these little lampshades, but I'm sure there will be some use for someone at some point. The two-way clip is useful and is certainly secure and won't come off easily. Having a magnetic base obviously gives it more functionality, and when attached to a metal surface will hold its own weight. The TIR lens gives good throw of light in all the different light settings. The IP66 rating means that it can't be submerged, however it's absolutely fine in torrential or downpours of rain. The S5 has a drop rating of 1.5 meters, which means it's quite strong and allows you to be able to use it in certain tactical applications. The different light settings are very usable and it certainly has a long battery life. Tunenge is a relatively new company and it's certainly worth having a good look at their products. I love making these videos for everyone, so if you wish to like and subscribe, it will certainly help support this little channel, and in turn will allow me to provide you with much more content. Until next time, remember to be kind and positive and be safe.